I'm here to share a programming strategy that has worked well for me recently, and this is doing biceps at the start of my lower body day. Now, I've been running an upper lower split for most of this year. I usually train every other day, so that's 3 or 4 times per week. Recently, I released a couple videos on the upper lower split, and one of those I covered why I like the split, disadvantages, and how you might work around them, and I also shared a sample program. In that video, I noted a key challenge is the potential laundry list of work on the upper body day. In other splits, you might divide the upper body across 2 or more training sessions. That might be push pull, torso, arms, and delts, or a bro split to name some common configurations. But with the full upper day, you're trying to cover a lot of bases in one session, especially if you're trying to hit muscle groups around 2 times per week, which is what I would recommend for most. Now, there's no way to completely get around this if you're training for hypertrophy. It's an upper body day. You're going to work a lot of different muscle groups. However, we can employ methods to try and trim down that upper body session. And one of these strategies is moving certain work to your lower body day. This is what I've done with biceps work in my current training block. These are what my lower body sessions look like on paper at the moment. I start off with a reverse curl in each, then I get in 2 dedicated biceps movements, which for me is plenty. Any more than that would be overkill. After that, I move on to my lower body movements, and this has been working well for me. Here are some reasons why I think it's been a good play. First off, it warms my body up for the remainder of the session, so I'm moving around, getting the blood flowing. I'll often do a lap around the gym between sets. My system is getting warmed up for the lower body work. As I already mentioned, this shortens my upper body session, which means less time in the gym and slightly more focus given I have less movements to get through. Perhaps the biggest advantage of this strategy is that I'm prioritizing a weaker muscle group without impacting the rest of the session. So, biceps are a weak point for me, so I'll get more out of my training if I do them fresh. I can do that by working them first, and when I do this on a lower body day, my performance on lower body movements isn't impacted at all. This is what my upper body days look like on my current training block. Now, I could throw in a biceps movement on each day and even superset it with something to save time, but I'm trying to dedicate more attention to this muscle group, and so I want to do a little more work than just one movement, and I also want to do that fresh. In terms of exercise order, I personally wouldn't want to do biceps at the start of an upper body session, right? Not that it's a horrible idea, but I don't want to be doing heavy weighted pull ups after biceps work. With respect to volume, in the context of all this other upper body work I want to do, I'm not going to throw in the reverse curl and 2 biceps movements in these sessions. I don't want to be doing 10 upper body movements in a session. So that's what I like. What I don't like so much is that this strategy will lead to longer lower body sessions. If we make one session shorter by moving the work to another day, it's going to make the other session longer. Now, again, I've observed no performance drop-offs in my lower body days, but I will say I really am just itching to get out of the gym by the end of the session more than I otherwise would be. For example, on this B session here, by the time I'm doing the 45-degree back extension, I really just want to get out of the gym. Now, that doesn't mean I go through the motions with the lift, right? I track everything, and I'm always trying to beat my logbook, so that holds me accountable, but I just want to get out of the gym. Can also get a bit old. When I get to the gym, sometimes I just want to get into my lower body work. My next block might follow a 3-day split, and in that case, I wouldn't be doing this anymore. But whenever I do run upper lower in the future, this will be something I'll probably continue doing, unless I don't care to focus on biceps that much. And of course, you can do this with other stuff too. Smaller muscle groups like side and rear delts would make the most sense. But anyways, try it out. Let me know how it goes. Feel free to comment or email me at zdspyt@gmail.com if you have any questions. Pretty soon, I'll be putting out a video discussing my plans for a garage gym that is nearing completion. I've already sourced all the equipment, and it should be ready to go in the next couple months, so look out for that. That is all. Have a good day.